Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another afternoon basketball game here at National Christian School. Unfortunately, Coach McPherson is unavailable today. It's much like a regular day of the week. He's always got business to attend to instead of his school responsibilities. What a shame he couldn't be with us today. Coach Brothers is joining me. We're excited to be here.
The Army-Navy game today. There's our left when it was 7-7. That was a good game or anything. So
7-7. That's exciting. That's
there were actually 5 passes thrown in the first quarter before I left, which is probably a record.
That might be a record. So the girls are playing today. The boys' game is unfortunately not going to be played today. Valor was unable to get a boys' team together to play today due to some sickness on their team. And so the girls will play. They played last night, had a close win over Ezel Harding, and they all have to get ready to go again.
A good Ezel Harding team from what I was not at the game, but I heard Ezel's got a good group, girls and boys, and we came out victorious on both ends, so that was nice to see as we head into the Christmas season. District play, I guess that
district game, 2 district wins this week, and now this is a non-district contest. I don't think we have any more district games until after Christmas.
No, but we do have the Silent Night game coming up, and that'll be a lot of fun. So I want to encourage everybody to be a part of Silent Night. If you're not sure what that is, you can look it up on YouTube and see some college versions of the Silent Night game. Coach, I call this play, this is Ghost. See if we get it.
Do you guys trade that? Like he calls your first play
yes.
and you call his? Okay, I like it.
It is an exchange of ideas between myself and Coach Patton for the first play.
I'm pretty sure maybe you know a little bit more about basketball than he knows about football, so I'm just guessing.
Coach Patton has coached some football in his day, and so has some good understanding of the basics of the game for sure.
We're going to turn up the heat with the pressure. Whitley Miller with the basket there.
Like to see us in early press, just make sure they can handle the ball against our defense. We've got a lot of girls that can really react well to the ball and cut off passing. That's good to see.
I think it gives our team a lot of energy when we're aggressive on defense. Helps us play better overall.
Second turnover in as many possessions right there before, I think that was before they crossed the half-court line, so it's accomplishing its goal.
Looks like Valor is setting up in a bit of a stack 2-3 zone. And so we're going to try to attack that.
Grayson Bonds, Ava Pomeroy, Whitley Miller, Charlie Harper. And then that press again. There it is, another turnover.
Another turnover still, and we
back.
turn it, right back to him.
Riley O'Connor in the middle. I didn't get to the 5th player before we turned it over there.
Charlie Harper with the drive and the pass back out. Grayson Bonds unable to make that.
Good look by Charlie, though. A little hesitation dribble and opened up a lane for her to penetrate and then kick it back out.
Good pressure, denying the post there as well. Riley O'Connor with the steal.
Ava for 3, a little short. Charlie with the rebound to Whitley in the short corner. Almost.
2 straight offensive rebounds. Make that 3.
Which also means 3 straight offensive misses.
3 straight misses inside. That is correct. And continuing the action, the Eagles continue to have the ball on that end, unable to convert. And finally, Valor comes down with the ball and headed the other way.
Probably a little fatigued from last night, Coach, playing a good game, a hard-fought game last night. Just don't quite have the legs in our shots right now.
Yeah, I think they spent all week preparing for Ezel, knowing it was a district game with some pretty good talent. So I think we had our mind set on that game last night, and now we have to just kind of get recharged again.
Well, keep shooting is the answer to that. Just get in your rhythm, get your legs up under you, have confidence in your shot. Again, I think that's 5 turnovers in 5 possessions now. So
that's right.
Looks like it's going to be a little tough for Valor to get the ball down and get any kind of offense set up against our starters. Got some subs coming in now. JB in, Cammie Bishop in. Grayson and Riley will have a seat, take a rest.
Foul was on Aviana Ward. It's her first. Charlie's able to convert the free throws there.
Timeout, Valor. Going to try to regroup and get a plan against our press right here.
Yeah, I think they're going to struggle with that. I'm not sure they have the ball handlers to be able to attack our pressure defense.
Well, we've got a lot of quickness on the floor. Riley in the post is really the only, I guess what you'd call a true post player, post presence on our team, and the rest are guards and wings and all pretty good ball handlers and all good shooters, including Riley from the outside.
Right. I mean, we have a disadvantage in size most nights when we play because we're playing the 4 guards. However, it gives us an advantage in quickness and speed, and being able to pressure the other team is certainly something we want to take advantage of.
Exam season starting here at Nashville Christian as well, Mr. Bishop.
Here we go.
You
next
had something
week.
to say about that, I think.
Next week, exams. We were ready. I'm hoping everyone's prepared for that and wrap up the semester. I'm guessing that there's no student section today because they're all at home studying right now.
Deep in the throes of study.
Deep in studying, I'm sure.
As I would be, and you as well.
Of course. When I was in high school, I was always studying on a Saturday afternoon.
10-second call, another turnover. So that's, I think, by my count, 6.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to continue. We went to instead of the man press right there, we went to the zone trap.
Yep.
And they were not able to beat that either.
Good to change it up coming out of the timeout because they're in the huddle trying to work against what they saw.
Mm-hmm.
There's an inside feed. Good job, JB.
Nice little set play there to have her coming down from the high post.
Yep, and good by Julie Bell not put the ball on the floor. Catch, turn, and shoot, draw the foul.
Last night was kind of a rough challenge, rough game. Let's say the calling was a little loose, meaning there was a lot of contact on a lot of plays, and our girls had to fight through that. Looks like it's a little bit different today as we've already drawn a couple of fouls here early.
Good on our free throws. That's good to see.
That is also a different from last night. We were not very good on free throws early and finally made a few late in the game just to put it away.
Clearly a point of emphasis from Coach Patton coming out of that game last night. Got him trapped on the corner over there. Oh, wait.
We probably should have gone on with. She had the lane to the basket, but felt footsteps and decided to give it up.
She's just being generous, Mr. Bishop. Just trying to get
it is the Christmas season. It's the giving season, and I'm sure she was wanting to share the love there.
You can't deny the giver the opportunity to give. Whitley for 3.
Nice three-point shot there from Whitley Miller off the inbounds play. Kami Bishop with a power drive there, but not quite enough power to get it up over the rim.
At least she used her left hand.
She did use her left hand. And it's a little more natural for her since she is left-handed, but that's okay.
She's trying to accommodate there.
Continuing in the zone trap here. A 2-2-1.
And travel. We seem to be trying to draw them into that dead man's corner right there.
Right into the corner. As a wise coach once said, that's the best place to trap someone, right there. They have nowhere to go.
I think even unwise coaches might know that.
Maybe. Corner screen there. Maybe an illegal screen by Bishop, but she gets away with it.
There's Ava for 3.
Three-point shot for Ava Pomeroy.
12-0 early lead, Mr. Bishop. We have poured it on right here in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter.
Well, if you're playing a team where you feel you have the talent advantage, this is what you want to do. You want to come out early, go ahead and get the lead, and be able to hopefully have a little bit easier game and get some of your extra players in today.
And get a little rest off of a hard-fought game last night. JB for 3, a little strong. And there you see a little of the fatigue setting in. Not a lot of effort for the rebound after that long three-point shot.
Yeah, they've actually been rebounding pretty well, Valor has. We haven't really had a lot of inside position.
Loose ball, Kami reaches in and just grabs a hold of the arm. Cammie's first, I believe.
Yep. I think that's
Team's
our
second.
I think that's our team first.
Team first. I was looking at the wrong number. Here comes some subs. Skylar Oliver in the game. Hannah Johnson. Going to give Whitley and Ava and Charlie a rest. So 3 people came. Grayson came back in.
Going to a 2-3 zone on the inbounds play there. Kind of like that strategy.
Yep. Always change up after breaks.
Yep.
Kind of just change the mindset of the opposing team. That's a good feed.
Well, looked like she had good position there.
Yep.
Probably could have drawn the foul.
Had she been left-handed like Cammie,
if she had used her left hand, that's exactly right.
JB with a takeaway tie ball. Possession to the homestanding Lady Eagles.
I think in the game last night against Ezo Harding, they had a girl who in the previous game had scored 40 points, and the girls were able to hold her down a little bit. I know the boys team also won a good game last night. They as well had a kind of a star player who had scored 33.
Hannah Johnson.
There's Hannah Johnson for 3. Good to see her on the court, putting the basket in early.
Yeah, shooting with confidence there. Good position by Riley. And a block.
Nice block shot there. Hannah leads the break, and that's the second time we've been leading the break and maybe could have gone in for the shot and instead passed.
Well, and then an homage to the absent Coach McPherson jump stop.
Maybe if she'd have done a jump stop, it might have been more successful.
That's the last reference I'm going to make.
I'm sure Coach McPherson probably won't have enough spare time to go back and watch the broadcast to see that we've referred to that jump stop for him.
Oh, pass over the top right there.
Good play. Tied up underneath. Kicks it back out. Good looking shot.
Yep.
A little short. And I believe that's about our 6th jump ball of the game there, Coach Brothers.
It is. But they don't jump anymore. It's
good point.
Possession ball, tie ball. I'd like to see him jump. That'd be fun to watch him get back in the paint and jump.
I'm not sure a lot of our girls really have that ability for the jump ball, but that's okay. We just go with the possession. It's a little quicker maybe.
Oh, that's out of bounds.
That's a tough play. Coach, I noticed our student section just rolled in. We're glad to have the Page brothers here representing the student section over there, and it's nice on a Saturday afternoon.
Brandon and Donovan Smith supporting their
that's good.
Female counterpart basketball team.
Great for them to be here as well. I think we got an illegal screen there on JB Sizemore.
Well, you said it a while ago, just a little bit of movement on the screens. Got to establish some position first.
You know, the dribblers got to wait for that screen to be set before they go off of it, and I think we're a little quick on the trigger there a couple of times.
There's the trap in the corner again. Create the turnover and a tie ball.
It's the play of the game today. I do like that the referees are not calling every bump or check as a foul. It's kind of good to have at least a little continuous action.
I've got a statistical question for you.
Great.
If it's a tie ball, does it count as a turnover if it comes back into your possession? If you're
I
on defense,
I believe it does count as a turnover if you are on defense and tied up and you get the possession. I believe that's a turnover on the offense.
There we go.
Again, Coach McPherson, the statistical genius that he is, probably when he goes back and watches this broadcast will correct us if we're wrong on anything.
Yes, with some vague reference to Bob Cousy in the mix.
Correct. Riley O'Connor with another free throw. Coach Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we're 5 for 5 from the line tonight. Pretty sure Coach Patton's going to be much happier with that than he was maybe in last night's contest.
I think you're right. Well, and there you go. The announcer's jinx right there.
Should have waited till after the 6th one there.
Got open for a good shot right there.
Yeah. They've had a few shots here lately and maybe doing a little bit better handling the pressure. This is kind of one of those where, unfortunately, as the team that's kind of ahead, you might want them just to get a basket, just to get that monkey off their back a little bit here.
Yep. Oh, tried to throw over the head of number 10 right there on the baseline and just caromed out of bounds. Ava bringing it across half court against the 2-3 zone from Valor.
One of the great strengths of this team is you've got 3 or 4 different girls who can bring the ball up the court and run the offense. And then all of the other girls can also be a shooter when needed. It looks like Riley may have bumped her knee there on the ground.
Yeah, went down kind of hard on her knee or shin right there.
She's going to probably take a break here for a moment.
Yep.
Let her get checked out. But it is great to have so many guards who can handle the ball, and you can that way if your point guard is a shooter, you can move her over to the 2 or the 3 at some point and run a set for her, get shots for everybody. Really a strength of this group.
A little easy up to Cammie right there, off the mark. Yeah, and it's a little tougher to press a team with so many ball handlers like that as well. Out of bounds, another. Oh.
That might have been a favorable call there to Valor. Going back this way, it looked like it was off of them, but.
Under a minute now to play, 44 seconds in the first quarter, 16-0, Nashville Christian. Another turnover, Hannah comes up with it.
We've kind of been stuck on 16 here for a little bit. I'm not sure we've made a basket here in the last 3 or 4 possessions. We made a free throw, too.
With Riley's free throw miss.
It is always the broadcaster's fault.
I'm just going to say that's when it turned.
It is always the broadcaster's fault. Or usually I hear it's the principal's fault as well, so maybe those things go together today.
Double indemnity. Under 10, 18-0, so there we go. We broke it. Broke the top off the basket.
Finally got another basket there.
See if they get one shot, 3, 2. She's not aware of the clock, I think. Oh, and a foul, a late foul on Cammie.
That'll be number 2 on Bishop. Probably a wasted foul there.
I don't think the shot was going to be going any.
I don't think so either.
So 18-0 after 1. Mr. Bishop, a nice demonstration of the press, a nice defensive start to our game, forcing a lot of turnovers.
Still in a pretty good scoring pace, even though we went a few minutes there without scoring. 18 points a quarter is not bad. Good scoring. In fact, I think at halftime last night we might have only had 17 or 18 at half last night. So
kind of look at it, especially in the high school girls games. If you're in double digits per quarter, you're on a pretty good pace.
Probably in good pace.
6-point quarters, 8-point quarters. Sometimes that puts you in a bad spot, but 18-0 is certainly a good start.
Cheerleaders are enthralling the crowd here.
Enthusiasm abounds.
Yes, the enthusiasm of the crowd in response was excellent. Everyone's excited to be here on a Saturday afternoon. They're probably thinking about Christmas shopping and cooking and other things coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Some of the students may have taken the ACT this morning. This is an ACT day, not to wax on about academics, but still the testing season.
ACT after last night, a rough night of storms, and maybe people didn't have a lot of sleep, so it's a tough day to take the test. Definitely want to be mindful and prayerful of those who've had difficult times last night with the storms, and just want to think about them and pray for a quick recovery and everything that may have been lost.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. Another turnover. Good job. Good
trap there off of the half-court out-of-bounds play, and Ava Pomeroy is able to put it in.
20-0, and a little jump trap right here from Coach Patton. He's kind of working on
Coach Brothers. That's the rec league 5th grade special that we talked about earlier, wasn't it? The jump trap.
We have had that conversation this week, I believe, about the jump trap in the half court, and it does its job. So
it does its job. It's a surprise to the team that it hasn't expected it. You run it a couple of possessions, and then go back to your regular defense.
Good look up the floor by Charlie.
Nice pass ahead.
Yep. The pace is pretty exciting for this game to be in the scoring position that it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Coach Patton recognizes the situation, backed off of the full court press and kind of went to that little half court trap for a couple of possessions, try something else out, and now we're kind of backed into a man-to-man here in the half court.
But you still have to play basketball. You still have to play hard. You don't want to create bad habits by being lazy.
It's always a tough balance, and when you do that, Ava Pomeroy is going to get called for the push there on the screen.
Player control there, yep.
coaching in a game like this is always a little bit of a challenge for both sides.
Yep.
You know, the coach for Valor is hoping for some success and hoping for some scores. It looks like that foul's going to be caught on Ava Pomeroy. I believe that will also be her second. But if you're coaching on the other side too, you're trying to coach your team hard and encourage them to play with good discipline and good energy in a game where most of the players on the team can look up and realize they don't have to do that as much today.
Yeah, well, just keep working hard on your fundamentals. Keep playing hard as a team. Play together, communicate.
Emery Hall there with a made free throw.
2 of them.
Makes both.
And Emery did a good job fighting for that rebound and taking it back up and drawing the, contact. So,
and that's when you have a game like this, if you're coaching the other side, that's kind of what you try to do is get towards the basket and try to draw some fouls and at least get a free throw or 2 on the board if you're not able to score as much. That's a great little give and go there. Riley O'Connor with the score.
Good job by Grayson. Getting in the passing lane right there, tapping the ball out of bounds. 24-2 now, 6 minutes to go in the half. Oh, did she get in bounds?
No, I think he gave her a little grace there on Saturday afternoon. Some good motion here. Moving the ball well.
Ball screen.
Goes it Hall again.
Yeah, good job by him.
Nice little look there. Getting into the free throw line, putting that jumper up. Eagles looking to run a set play here against that 2-3 zone. Not sure they needed it. Just swing it over there to Whitley, and she knocks the 3 down.
Yep.
She's got 12 points already today, shooting the ball well.
Good job by Charlie recognizing that stack on that 2-3 and just throwing the ball over their head before they even got a chance to attack her at the half-court line. JB on the takeaway. Charlie with a trick dribble.
Charlie not quite using her head in the right way there. Loses the ball. But we steal it back. Head the other direction.
Good feed.
Nice
right
feed inside.
Power dribble, and she lost the handle.
That's one of those, Coach, where she probably could have just gone straight up without the power dribble. However, it'll go the other way to Valor.
4:46 left and a timeout from Valor, a 30-second timeout. Some of our younger students now here, Coach.
No, I tell you what, we might build a student section here before halftime. Maybe it's as Bob Euchre would say, it's a late arriving crowd today. Coach Brothers, if you are coaching in a football game where you're up 3 or 4 touchdowns in the first half and still trying to run your offense, run your defense, what do you say to your team when there's a timeout or a break?
Again, just focus on really being detailed and fundamental. And really, again, the communication, the details, the fundamentals. Don't worry about the score on the board. Just concentrate on what we do and do it well. Do ordinary things extraordinarily well. How's that?
I think that's a great speech, and I think I could go with that in my own huddle.
1-3-1 trap now, 3/4 court.
This is that trap where they're looking for the trap right there over the half-court line. Gave him just
passing the ball back behind the trap.
She made a good look. That's the only pass we left open, and I believe that is Sadie Gerhardt for a basket there. So
7-6.
Valor able to get a few baskets here in the second quarter, playing with a little more energy and a little more confidence on offense. Good shot by Charlie.
Good rebound.
Good position by Riley O'Connor with the putback. Right there is where you want to trap. Excellent. It's probably, if you're running a press break, that's probably the exact place you don't want to throw the pass, right across half court with a trapper waiting.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Stop just before the half court line, swing it back behind and around.
Exactly.
Soccer. The way they swing the ball around the field.
Yeah, generally you want to drive up towards the half-court line, draw the defenders over, and then swing the pass. Get some movement. shot by Charlie Harper there.
32-6 now, the lead for the Lady Eagles.
Starting to stretch a little bit, even though Valor's gotten some points on the board. Eagles have had some pretty good shooting today. I'm not sure what the percentage is, but I feel like they've put it in fairly well.
Well, certainly after the first 3 or 4 minutes of the first quarter, we missed a couple of shots there. You know, as you mentioned, a few offensive rebounds. But since then, we've been on target pretty well. Nope.
Well, that's going to be JB, and that'll be her second. Coach, we have, I believe, 6 fouls on the day in there.
7 now. That's the bonus.
Is that the 7th foul? Okay, I missed one, but we have 2 on Cammie Bishop, 2 on Ava Pomeroy, and 2 on JB Sizemore. You get Hannah Johnson back in there. Skylar Oliver as well.
Ooh, off the front rim. Good long rebound. Like to see the box out position where the ball bounces before you get the rebound.
Pretty good motion against the zone. Thought we might have had a pass there to the inside. Just weren't quite able to make it. And Gerhardt makes her second basket of the day.
She's got 4 and Hall's got 4, if I remember correctly.
I believe that's correct.
So 8 points in this quarter for Valor. Certainly a bit of an offensive explosion for them.
It is. And, again, I think the Eagles there, again, maybe making one extra pass when you have a lane to the basket.
Out of bounds to Valor. Speaking of the Army-Navy game, saw James Warmbrook come in with his Army sweatshirt on, an Army guy.
He's an Army guy, yes. He's showing his pride today for the big game.
Quite a few Nashvillians have played for the Naval Academy, maybe 1 or 2 at Army, but I know several for the Naval Academy over the last decade or so.
I believe that's a block shot there by Grayson Bonds, knocks it out of bounds. Might be a generous block shot. Maybe it was just a knock it out of your hands. Now there's an official block shot by Riley O'Connor.
And again, like you mentioned before, the 2-3 coming off the baseline inbounds to change it up a little bit.
Yep.
.240 to go in the half, 32-8 Lady Eagles. In our one-game venture today with Valor, as you mentioned, the boys' contest is canceled due to some illness on the Valor side.
I'm not sure.
Nice move.
Good little move there by Riley O'Connor going to the basket, moving to her left, and then spinning back to the right.
Ball.
Eagles going back to the straight man-to-man now. Continuing to play good defense. I think, again, if you're Coach Patton, you don't necessarily want to give up a lot of points, but I think the fact that Valor has scored a few gives us more time to continue to play at our regular pace.
Yep.
And continue to run our regular offenses and defenses here.
Hannah for 3.
Good shot.
Online, just a little strong.
Looked good. She made the first one, and she came in the first time, not able to convert that one.
Trying to draw the charge. I think they just turned a blind eye to that one.
I think they just kind of let that one go. She didn't hit her very hard, so I guess they decided to let that one slide.
34-8, minute 29 to go. Now we got some subs again. Reagan Locke in for Nashville Christian. Skylar Oliver back in the game.
We're going with our power lineup here as far as the size. We're in the power look, Coach, right? This is what you put in on the
averaging 5 foot
2 yard line, right? Yeah, this is the
big set.
2 yard, the big set right here. Skylar Oliver on the wing.
Oh, Skylar
attempted to go over to Reagan Locke's going to come in and immediately pick up a foul here.
A loose ball. She was kind of going after it.
Yeah.
Just went with her inside hand and got called for the foul.
A little bit of a tough call there. Skylar got trapped up high and not able to get the pass over to Reagan.
Valor to the line now with a chance to get into the double-digit column on the scoreboard. Minute 7 to go, 34-8, Lady Eagles. There you go, nice shot.
I know Coach Patton, each game kind of sets defensive goals for the number of points that they want to limit the other team to. So he'll be watching, and the girls will be watching that and making sure they keep their defensive intensity up. Good box outs there for the most part, but we weren't able to track the rebound down. Kind of bounced off to the side there.
Again, I always like to see the free throw bounce before the rebound. If we're boxing out well, it's a good sign.
Right.
Kind of one of those practice drills you work on, isn't it, Coach?
Yes. Yeah, keep that position held until the ball hits and then go grab it. That's exactly right. A little 3-on-3 rebounding drill in the days.
I think, mentioning the defensive challenges that Coach Patton gives, I think we've forced more turnovers than we've given up points. That's always a good thing.
I think that's probably a good goal to have, and if you can pull that off, generally your overall game's going to be in good shape. Valor still continuing to play the 2-3 zone.
Reagan working the high post there. And
nice rebound.
And a foul. Good job, Reagan.
Good job. So Reagan-Lock will go to the line for 2. Foul is on Isabella Johnson. Good shot.
Nice shot. The Preds win last night, Mr. Bishop?
Preds did win. They're on a little bit of a streak, playing well. They're in the New York triangle. They've played the Islanders and then New Jersey last night, and then on Sunday they will play the Rangers. So they're doing the New York circle there.
There's another one. Under 30 to go here in the half. Mr. Bishop, 35-9. We played a really good defense, a really good half on both ends of the floor, really. Been, like you said, a high percentage offensive night so far and a good, eventful defensive night.
Yeah, I feel like what you want to do right here is run a good set, get a good shot off at the buzzer, make or miss. You want to take the last shot. Make sure it's a good shot where you've put yourself in the right position to score. Looks like they're swinging, looking for that backside post, and Charlie just decides she'll take the 3.
A little out of her range, I think.
A little short. Not sure she was quite ready for that shot. It was kind of a last-second decision.
Yep.
But here we are at the half, and the Eagles leading 35-9. So great effort, and they'll just look for another half, much the same, and try to continue that effort. And again, hopefully be able to stretch the lead a little bit and get some more of those players off the bench in here in the second half.
Sounds good. I think we'll take a little break, and then we'll come back here in a few minutes with maybe some statistics and a little preview of the second half.
All right, sounds good. welcome back to the broadcast, and I hope you're all able to have the meal of champions during basketball season, a hot dog and a Coke at halftime, and get ready for the second half. We've got a few stats here. As far as points go, Charlie Harper had 5 points in the first half. Hannah Johnson with a big three-pointer from the corner. Reagan Locke with a free throw, 1 point. Whitley Miller, 12 points, 2 3-pointers. Riley O'Connor had 7. Ava Pomeroy with 5, and J.B. Sizemore with 2. For Valor, we had Sadie Gerhart with 4, Emery Hall with 4, and Ayla Mallow made a free throw there at the end to have the 9th point. So it's 35-9 here at the half. Coach, turnovers probably the key stat of the game. Valor giving up a lot of turnovers against our pressure defense.
Yep, some of those hidden statistics, everybody usually talks about points, but turnovers lead to points, and then offensively for us, our accuracy, shooting the ball really increased, improved as the first half went on, and then assists. You know, a lot of girls unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that easy layup or that easy open jump shot. So assists and turnovers are usually key statistics, especially in the first half of a ball game.
Good point, and our team has always been really good at passing, looking for those opportunities and looking to share the ball with a teammate. So we're ready to start here the second half, and Valor will have the ball to begin.
And we'll start with the same first 5: Ava, Charlie, Grayson, Whitley, and Riley. There's
back to that
turnover.
Jump trap there, here to start the half. Turnover, and Ava Pomeroy with the layup. Now back to straight man-to-man.
Oh, pass over the top. Not bad.
Nice
Good job
look
by Riley on the help side there.
Good offensive rebound. Riley able to bring the second one down and dribble out. Kick it out to Charlie Harper, who runs the break.
Oh, got to handle that ball a little better. Don't want to be lazy with it. Good pass from Grayson. Dribble penetration, kick out to the corner where Whitley was waiting, ready to shoot.
Let's kick inside, except Riley O'Connor got a little bit underneath the basket there, and hard to make a tough shot there.
Good ball movement, though.
Good offense, good swing pass to the corner for a good look, just not able to convert.
There you go, feed the high post.
Oh, see, she didn't realize how open she was.
Shot there, yeah.
O'Connor running the high post.
Good job by
Good
Ava.
drive.
Out of bounds to Nashville Christian. Just didn't quite get square on that little 3-footer right there from Ava.
Looks like we got them spread out just a little bit on that, so the drive should be open as well as the high post there with O'Connor if she stays there.
Easy up right there, but just didn't have quite the legs under that shot.
Another turnover here.
As we started the first half, I think that's 3 possessions, 3 turnovers.
I believe you're correct. It's good for the Eagles. We just need to have a good possession here with a good basket converted at the end.
Grayson running the baseline against this 2-3 here.
Good
nice
pass
move
inside and a good move by O'Connor to the basket.
I saw Riley working a lot this summer and early fall just on those little post moves, those little turn and face the basket, get the shot up without a dribble. That's good to see.
It's the type of move where if you want to move quickly but not hurry.
Yep.
And then she did it well. She didn't get overbalanced, just went straight to it, right to the basket.
Back double dribble, I think, but nonetheless.
I think they're going to let that one slide.
Enough time passed. Statute of limitations passed.
That's right, it is. I think maybe the referees were a little bit lulled to sleep there, kind of like some parts of the crowd this afternoon.
Nice drive, Ava.
Good pass by Charlie up the court to Ava, who draws the foul.
In and out. That was halfway down, 39-9 the score. So if all things stay the same, we'll get a little bit of a running clock here in the fourth quarter.
Just need a few more points, make that happen.
Yeah,
should make the afternoon go really quick.
Shooter's touch right there from Ava. 40-9, 5:39 left to go.
Free throw shooting just looks so much better today. Everybody looks so much more calm and confident at the line. I think they might have been feeling a little bit of pressure last night in a closer game.
Well, Good shot by Whitley there. And like I said, if it's a physical game, sometimes that shows at the free throw line. You're kind of beat up when you get there and don't quite have the strength in your shot.
That's right. Attempted the pass over the top because everybody else was denied. Eagles get another turnover. Miller's going to try to fill it up again.
A little short.
Great crash from the backside by Ava Pomeroy.
She's going for the pin
They're
right there.
They're going to call a jump ball, although I'm not sure that there was an Eagle who had a hand on the ball.
Well, her back was
laying on the ball. I guess that you can call
contact,
a jump ball on that. Yeah. Backside screen off the out-of-bounds play. Charlie nails the three.
Good against that 2-3 zone, have the ball on one side, and you could back screen the backside block post player and get a good skip over the top for three. That's good to see.
I would imagine this was exactly what Coach Patton wanted to do coming out in the second half, extend the lead a little bit, get a little more comfortable, and get it up to that 35-point lead so that the clock will run now for the remainder of the half.
Is it the half in basketball or just the fourth quarter?
I believe it's the half, isn't it?
It's the half in football. I'm not sure.
Well, you may be right. You may be right. It might be the fourth quarter. You're right. So we're gonna have to keep that lead.
But I think in basketball it never stops. Like in football, if you get under 35, the clock then stops again. But I think in basketball you get to the fourth, but it runs all the way out.
The only time it stops in basketball is when the free throw shooter catches the ball from the referee.
Gotcha.
So it runs until he passes the ball to her, and then while she is shooting, then it stopped. That's the only time it stops.
A little full timeout there from Valor. Try to set up something to break this press.
I like the running clock rule, Coach. It really hasn't been around that long in basketball, just a few years, but I do think sometimes there's no reason to just make things worse for some teams, and it's hard for them to kind of get through those games. I think it was a wise decision to include that rule.
Yep. Especially on weeknight games, speed the game up, get the kids home. Trap again.
Right across half court. Perfect trap. Number 30 is able to split the defense there. Did a good job getting through.
I'll tell you what, I like how Valor continues to play hard. They're clearly listening to the coach at the timeouts and coming out and applying the instruction that he's given them.
Yeah, they're down by a lot, but you don't see them with their heads down. You see them continuing to play and work, and that's what you want to see. No matter how good your team is, that's what you want to see on the court.
JB in the game for Nashville Christian. And Cammie also came in. Off the knee of 00, yep. Another turnover.
Another turnover that's forced by the pressure defense up high by the Eagles.
This is going to bring up our average turnovers forced per game.
Yeah, you need this game every now and then to kind of build that up, I guess.
Stats a little bit.
Yeah, and we might pad our scoring stats as well. Like that little set play with the screen of the zone to get a shooter in the corner. Not able to convert. Had to hustle back right there. And everybody's favorite play in basketball, the jump ball once again.
Possession to Valor. Some subs coming in for them.
(46-9) is the score. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Coach, I think it means you're right about the clock, as the clock is stopped. So it's definitely a fourth quarter only rule.
Yep. But it will run, like you said, it'll run the entirety, even if they get back under 35, except for the free
That's
throw.
correct. And I'm sure Coach McPherson will correct my egregious mistake the next time he talks with me about this broadcast.
2-3 still from
Here
Valor.
comes that corner screen again.
I think baseline runners,
looking to screen the zone for that corner shooter.
Got to screen the outside defender, though, not the middle defender.
Right.
So she missed on that a little bit, JB did. Shot by
Did
Ava
get a good
online,
look.
just a little strong. Gets a steal to retain possession. JB for three.
Another three from outside. Lots of different people who can shoot the three on this team. And when they're hitting, it's hard to keep up with them scoring.
Yep. Good job by Cammie.
Cammie's going to get the offensive rebound, and she kind of gets sandwiched there between two of the Valor players. Is able to draw the foul, and I don't know if they're going to give her shots on that or not.
No, I think they're
going to call that on the floor. I think she tried to throw it up late to get the free throws. Now, in the NBA, that would have been definite shots.
Uh-oh. Errant pass taken by Hall, I believe is her name.
Hall is her name, and track star Ava Pomeroy tries to track her down and is not able to do so.
Grayson looking down the floor for JB. Spin move, good. Back out to JB.
Dish to the corner.
Nice. A little off.
Offensive rebound by Cammie Bishop. Kick to the corner for Whitley Miller for 3.
Well, kind of like we started the first half, Mr. Bishop. We a little off on our outside shots.
Yep.
Got to get some consistency on those looks. 46-11 now the score. 2:45 to go in the third. Some substitutes in. Riley back in. Charlie Harper back in for the Lady Eagles.
Looks like we're continuing to play man-to-man defense here, but I'm not sure we knew who we were guarding when we came down the court there.
Again, the communication, right? Communication you got to work on in games like this.
Good look over the top. Good look over the top there for JB, but she wasn't able to grab that pass.
So no more games until next Friday, I believe. Is that correct?
It's next Thursday. I think we play Thursday and Friday, 2 games out of district. I know one of them is Portland.
Fairview, I believe.
Fairview and Portland. I think that's it.
I believe Fairview is the Silent Night. That's the reason I understood that.
Yeah. And then I believe both teams playing in the Good Pasture Classic over the Christmas holidays.
That's correct, yeah.
2:20 to go here in the third quarter. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. The action was pretty good there for the first part of the quarter, and it's been a little slower for the last couple of minutes.
Right at 2 minutes to go in the third. I'll give a little shout out, Mr. Bishop, to our wrestling team. Nice look in the baseline penetration.
Good high-low pass and cut.
Wrestling team's up, and I believe Dommins Bennett competing in a wrestling, I forget the name, I want to say Warrior Classic maybe or something like that. Yeah. But two wrestlers in the finals, Peyton Woodard in the finals at I believe 195, and then Cooper Collins, a sophomore, in the finals at heavyweight, I believe.
Those guys have shown some success already in years past in wrestling and continuing that. Looking forward to some great things at the end of the season for them this year.
Yep. Cammie draws another foul. She's done a good job of that. Go back to the line.
This time she's going to get the free throws.
Nice stroke.
For the second, looks like she's a little short there. Yeah. Good offensive rebound by O'Connor and a great putback with defense all around her there. So 51-11 here, a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. You're looking for your starters and your main players here to kind of finish out the quarter probably, and they probably won't see a lot of action in the fourth, and you're going to use your bench and get them some minutes, get them some experience on the court here.
1 minute to go now in the third.
Continuing pretty good pressure defense here. I think, as you mentioned earlier, that is one of the things you want to do in a game like this. You want to still coach your players to play hard, whatever you're doing, and I think we've continued to do that today, even at such a lopsided game.
Yeah, I want to just encourage your good habits and not create bad habits, so it's good to see. Good ball movement from Valor the last couple times.
I mean, they've really handled that well. And I can't see number 10. That is Ayla Malo with a 3 there. That's her 4th point of the night.
Under 30 to go here in the third. See if we hold it out for one shot.
I would think we're going to look for one shot or a layup here, or JB's going to drive it in and draw the foul, which we'll take as well.
Strong on that, JB.
I was reminded that J.B. Sizemore is more commonly known as the Junkyard Dog on these broadcasts, and so we'll make sure we give a shout-out to Coach McPherson's nickname process that he has for everyone.
And as soon as you apply Coach McPherson's nickname, she promptly misses everything on the free throw.
Maybe Coach McPherson.
Jinx when he's not even here.
He's not even here. We'll just blame him. He's the guy who's not here always gets blamed. I believe she hopped a little bit there. Again, we got that good trap right across the half-court line. That's really starting to work well for the Eagles. They tried that early in the season, and it wasn't quite as successful, but they've continued to work on that, and it looks better and better each time they use it.
Good to see you. 8 seconds to go right here, and we have possession on the full length of the floor. So what do you do right here with 8 seconds? You got to go the length of the floor right here, Mr. Bishop. What play do you draw?
I think right here you're going to look for a drive to the basket, maybe a ball screen, high drive to the basket with a shooter in the corner. That's what I would look for. Don't think Valor's going to pressure us up the court, so that part shouldn't be a big problem. I would look for penetration and a kick out to the corner.
All right. See if you have ESPN right here.
We shall see. Now, we don't have our typical corner shooters in the game right now. Miller and Pomeroy are not in. So now I'm starting to question myself here on that choice. They are going to pressure a little bit up the court and try to keep her from getting in there. Looks like we got a screen to the corner shooter. I was right on part of it. Blocked. They tried to get the corner shooter for Bishop, and she is blocked on that shot.
Yeah, good defensive reaction from Valor right there. They've seen that screen a couple of times now, and they're starting to play over the top of it and do a good job. So
I'm pretty sure when we had 3 players all gather over here towards the corner, we might have given the play away a little bit early, and they were kind of just there waiting for us.
They diagnosed that one a little bit.
Maybe so.
So 51-14 after 3. As we head into the fourth quarter, the cheerleaders with another
towering performance. Towering performance here by the Eagles. The student section continues to be relatively sparse and quiet today. Again, I'm sure it is a big study day. On Monday, we have our final full day of the year in high school with B4 exams at the end of the day. And then we'll go into our half-day exams Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with dismissals at 11 o'clock once those exams are done.
And then the yearly Christmas luncheon on Friday.
I know everyone's excited about that. Faculty and staff Christmas lunch on Friday.
Some trivia, some giveaways, Christmas cheer for everybody.
Generally, lots of fun, and usually everyone is cheering for 2 things. They're cheering to win a prize and also for the event to end as quickly as possible so they can head off to Christmas break.
All right, so we do have a different lineup in. This is Hannah Johnson, Cammie Bishop, Skylar Oliver, Julie Bell Sizemore, and Reagan Locke for the Lady Eagles.
It looks like Valor's gotten a couple of extra players in as well that hadn't played quite as much. Oh, nice take there by the Junkyard Dog.
She got a right cross on the chin as she went up that time.
She did.
Still made the shot, so it was good.
It was a tough shot coming in from the baseline there, kind of underneath the rim, and she was still able to get it up on the backboard and in.
The traditional 3-point play.
Just can't stress the importance in games, tight games, making free throws and layups. The simple things that make a huge difference, and even though this hasn't been a close game, I think we've done that a little better today than we did last night, and I'm sure they're going to be talking about that at the next practice.
Yep. Oh.
Well, that's kind of a takedown there as Bishop goes up for the pass, and number 13 slides in under.
Karate Kid move right there, sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. That's the 6th foul on Valor, so not a shooting foul yet.
Looking for the easy up again. No fouls on the Lady Eagles in this half. So good pressure defense and not committing any fouls is always a good thing as well.
That's exactly right. If you can apply some pressure and not put your own self in foul trouble, then that's a sign of a good team. Also may slightly be the sign of a referee crew who realizes this is an afternoon that could be cut short.
Well, I'm going to give Coach Patton credit for excellent coaching.
We'll call it excellent
attention
coaching.
To detail.
she got it. I thought she was going to step out of bounds on the end line there. The pass kind of pulled her out, but she got the pass, but then shuffled her feet a little bit. So clock continuing to run here, 5:40 to go, and Coach Patton's going to continue to go to his bench and get a few more players in the game here towards the end.
Oh, high off the backboard.
Hannah Johnson running the point guard. I think this is good for her to be able to get this experience not just on the court with the juniors and seniors, but also with, kind of the control of the team here running the point guard. That could be the future point guard. It's good to see her out there doing that.
Yep, little glimpse. Oh, bank shot from about 14 feet.
I believe that's Gerhardt for her 6th point of the night.
16 now for Valor. 54 for the Lady Eagles. Skylar with a skip pass. Man-to-man.
Looks like, I was going to say they have switched out of that zone. Maybe they feel a little more confident in the man-to-man with our starters not in the game anymore.
Well, and just trying to pressure the ball so we don't just swing the ball and eat up the clock. What clock remains? 4:33 and counting.
And Lauren Rampy's going to come in the game here.
Yep. Good to see Lauren in.
Yep.
There she is. Oh,
nice cut to the basket. She's going to have 2 free throws here and be able to get on the board.
There
good
is
form.
No. I thought that was going to roll in.
It looked really good. I believe she got that one.
There you go.
The team is excited for her. Senior gets on the board. The free throw there.
Sign of a good team player when everybody gets excited for them to have success.
Exactly. She consistently on the bench is an encourager, cheers on everybody else who is playing in the game, and so it's great to see everybody return the favor to her.
Yep. Lots of subs in now.
I think everybody is emptying the bench. We literally have just a couple of minutes kind of left in the game here as the clock runs. 3 minutes to go here.
Jane Claire, Isabella in.
I believe also Morgan Wright is in the game.
Morgan's in, you're right. Good defense from Lauren Rampy. Jump shot.
And Valor, a good-looking shot there.
Yeah, they're playing hard here. It's good to see when this part of the bench gets in, they're still going to play hard, so it's going to have some excitement through the end of the game.
If you have freshmen or young players, these minutes mean something to them, and you want to see them go out there and play hard, and you want coaches to continue to try to coach them.
I'm sure you can do that. Yeah.
I think she got caught for that one. But you definitely want to continue to coach these kids, even though it's a kind of a blowout game at this point. You want to coach your players because they're going to be your future at some point. You want them to learn from the experience.
Yep, and a lot of these girls are the scout team or the taxi squad in the practices, so to have them have a chance in varsity games is always fun as well.
Right.
Isabella in the corner. Jane Claire with the ball now.
Jane Claire, good little drive there.
Morgan.
Oh, it looked like we were open inside. I think
Just couldn't quite get it to her.
I think she was going to look for it, and I think JC turned her back a little early. She might have got the ball there if she just stayed there in the post. Out of bounds off of Morgan Wright there.
Under 2 now, 55-16 the score for the Lady Eagles on top of Valor Prep. I think it's Valor Prep, isn't that right?
I believe that's correct.
Good defense from Isabella. Morgan get a hand in there, get a tie ball situation. Good job.
Good defense. You like to see that. Nice drive. She's going to draw the foul on Jane Claire Gill.
Be a 2-shot foul, I believe. Nope. Yes.
And I believe that's our first foul of the half.
It is.
Here with 1 minute to go in the game.
You're correct. So a few girls in the first half with 2 fouls, and they were able to stay out of foul trouble. So that's good to see as well.
It's always good. That's a skill not everybody has. Once you get 2 or 3 fouls, some people, you almost need to just take them straight to the bench because you know they're going to pick up that next one. But
if out of frustration,
right,
nothing else. Jane Claire handing the ball, coming across. Good reverse pivot dribble there. And drug that pivot foot just a little bit.
He might could have let that one go, I'm thinking, at this point with 52 seconds, but that's okay. We got a turnover there.
You're hard on those guys, Mr. Bishop.
just my thinking.
Just
as a former coach, I'm thinking I probably would have let that one go. That's all I'm saying.
Always a coach.
That's right.
Oh, and she stepped on.
And she, I'm not sure. That Jane Claire must have maybe said something to the referee there. She's definitely on his bad side.
Maybe they have a history that we don't know about.
Maybe they go to church together and he doesn't want to show favoritism, so therefore he's called a couple of calls on it.
Could be. Under 30. Ball's on the floor again. We're going to have a tie ball situation.
Jump ball, and that's just about going to wind the clock out by the time we get the ball down the court.
Let's get a shot up here. Let's see what happens, Jane Claire.
I'd like to see one of these freshmen get a look, whether it's Isabella or Morgan.
No.
I thought she had that cut there. Looks like that's going to do it. So I believe the final score, Eagles 55 and Valor Prep 18. Great job by the Eagles today. Let's see on the scoring. We had Whitley Miller lead us with 15. Riley O'Connor had 11. Ava Pomeroy with 8. Charlie Harper with 7. J.B. Sizemore with 5. Cami Bishop with 3. Hannah Johnson with 3. And Reagan Locke and Lauren Rampy each had 1. Thanks for being with us today. That's all we've got, and we'll look forward to another game next Thursday.